It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2-3-4 for the final time.
Win number 1 on the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Nazareth Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
As we continue our trip throughout on the Atlantic coastal front, we come upon the Rockingham Speedway here, home of today's round number 12 of the 2021 Body Armor Cup Series season. This is the Bojangles 400. Last year playing host to the season finale, this season playing host to the 12th round of the season. The Rockingham Raceway here in North Carolina is one of the most iconic oval tracks in the series, much to a shape of almost a Phoenix look shape, but it's got the high bank corners, the dog leg front straightaway, the dangerous back straightaway where you can get caught up in an accident if things go horribly wrong for you. It is going to be an exciting race here. We saw a very unique race last season when we were here. A lot of tire strategy played into effect. It's probably going to be a two-stop race here today, which is something we don't have a whole lot of. And we're going to see how good these pit crews are, having to pull multiple stops here likely today. We saw the tire wear was very high last year, and the drivers, they over the time of the course of the race, it just allowed them to space out, fight amongst each other, and it really was a great season finale. Now for the 12th round of the season here in the sunny North Carolina sun. Let's take a look here at the point standings as they come into today, and for the first time in quite some time, we have a new points leader in Justin Zeidel in the 61 through 11 races. He has 6 top 10 finishes and a 12.60 average finish. At this point, he is on fire, and he has a 39-point lead over Caleb Rose, who falls down to second. Dustin Davis is up to third in points, 52 off the lead. William Brock is 73 back, and Igor Barretto in fifth is 80 points off the lead. And the gaps are really starting to open up at the top because Equan has them in position number 6 in the standings, is now 110 points back. 114 is now Zachary Fitzwater. Christopher Alfby, after a good couple of weeks here, moves up to 9th. And you've got, who else do you have here? Colton Yo, Ryan Durrani, Danny Bouchard hanging around there. Brandon Nelson slid back 6 spots down to 14th, but he's still much more in contention than he was a month ago. And see at the bottom of the top 20 there, Trey Bartow, fresh off of the win at Martinsville, comes into today 19th in points, 169 off the leader. So he's got a nice deficit to make up here, but he's got to win. He's turning his season around in the right direction. See if he can make anything to go of that today. He is starting there in the 5th position in that number 27 UPS colors this weekend, but we'll see what he's got. But speaking of our defending champion, Brandon Nelson, after this place has treated him well, his heroic walk-off championship win last season, and he comes back here on the pole for today's Bojangles 400. This track has treated the Aussies well. He's going to start alongside Andrew Williams in row number 1. Behind them is going to be Jesse Turner in the number 6 on the inside of row number 2, with another Australian, Noah Clifton, on the outside starting 4th. Row number 3 is Trey Bartow, last week's winner in the number 27, alongside Arthur Xavier in the 84. Row number 4 is going to be Dale Lightning in the 25 and William Brock in the 34. 2 veterans right there. David Johnson and Colton Yo make up row number 5. See Joe Rakowski is going to start 11. New paint scheme on the Jack Daniels colors this weekend for Scott Upton in the 41. We've got Justin Zeidel starting fairly deep in the field. We've got Caleb Rose starting way deeper in the field, pretty deep in the field. So we're going to have to see Zachary Fitzwater here, the defending race winner. He's starting also very deep in the field today. So we'll see as this race progresses who's got the chance to move up, but Expect about 30 to 28 to 35 lap pit fuel windows today, so it should be a 2-stop race. Cautions or no cautions, we'll have to see. And as we were saying, this track has treated Australian drivers well, and they look to continue that run here today. Brandon Nelson, Andrew Williams, they lead us up through the gears. Let's go racing at the Rock. Brandon Nelson leads lap number 1. That could possibly be the first lap he's led all season. I don't have any data to back that up, but I don't think he's actually led a race in quite some time. Bartow gets to the inside of Jesse Turner. Noah Clifton's going to come with him. Then you have the 2 American Motorsports teammates also on the bottom, William Brock, Andrew Williams. William Brock could use a big points day. Andrew Williams comes into this race 327 points off the lead in 40th in points. An unbelievably terrible season for him to this point. You got a lot of guys up here who've not particularly been fantastic. William Brock's had a very good year, but Clifton's up and down. Bartow, despite his win last week at Martinsville, comes into this race a 22 average finish on the year. Nelson obviously has moved his way up the past couple of weeks, but he's still got some ways to go before I feel like he's truly back in championship form. But 3 top 5s on the season, so he has the muscle. We know that. Noah Clifton in the 97 car. Oh, Bartow's going to be the first to put it into the turn 2 outside wall. And he's going to lose at least second position in the 97. Now likely the 34. William Brock will get to the inside of him. Let's see the damage. That's going to cause Bartow. That's probably going to cost Bartow a shot to go back-to-back wins here. I don't think back-to-back winners is going to happen this week. Right now, it is all Australia. 1-2, Brandon Nelson, Noah Clifton. The interesting thing about this race is you usually see the leader will always open up with a big lead. The 2 things you have to watch out for in this race are tire wear and hitting that turn 2 outside wall. If you hit the turn 2 outside wall, obviously you're going to be coming off the exit there. You're probably going to receive enough damage that's going to damage your car very heavily. Ooh, Clifton was close to it. Rutkowski was really close to it. Let's see what Bartow settled down to. Bartow didn't lose too much time. He only settled down to 4th, so he's still in contention here early in the going. We'll just have to see how this racetrack unfolds to him. Obviously, they're going to space out here early in the run, but we'll see, if they catch some lap cars, how the tire wear plays off. Brandon Nelson is on guided rails right now and almost puts his car into the wall. He is cruising in that 18. The best that Stuart Grattan Motorsports has looked all season by a mile. He's just chilling out front there in that 18. Going to have a battle for second's going to heat up here. They took a little bit of time out of Nelson's lead that time. Not really surprised given how he almost got in the wall down in turn number 2. Everybody. Oh, David Johnson and Scott Upton almost both got in the wall there. Good battle here for 10th position. Shane Lake to the inside. Joe Rutkowski to the outside. He's got Igor Barreto behind him. And now Thomas Trox is also going to make a move behind them. Rutkowski's going to lose at least 1 position. Now Barreto to the inside of him. He may lose another. And he's got to be careful here because the longer he stays in that outside, the more he's going to open the door for Trox on the 53, Miller in the 51. Rutkowski, the Homestead winner, just can't get down to the bottom, which is what he's going to need to do here to stop losing positions. Brett Sierra making his move through the field. In 9th right now. So we got a battle heating up for the 2nd position. William Brock in the 34. Noah Clifton in the 97. Brock has been very strong the past couple of weeks in that 34 machine. He's got 4 top 10s on the year. Average finish of 15.3. So he's very, very consistent so far this year. Felt like he had the best car last week at Martinsville. Just Trey Bartow in that 2017. They just played the pit strategy just to perfection. Were able to jump a bunch of cars and ended up winning that race. Clifton's going to lose a bunch of spots. He'll lose 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. He's going to fall back to 5th here. Now, Brandon Nelson's the big winner because he just opened up about 3/10 that lap on the rest of the field here. See Bartow looking to the outside. Oh, he's going to get a big wobble up the hill. Very big wobble up the hill there for Trey Bartow. Now Brock settles down into second place. Starting to open up a little bit of a gap there back to the 27. So these two went at it last week at the short track paperclip. They come now here to the high banks of not high banks, but the bank corners of Rockingham. It's a very interesting racetrack. Always a ton of fun when we come here. Brett Sear now to the inside of Scott Upton in the 41. So move the 67 up another position. See David Johnson. Johnson was a guy who started the year really well, was in the top 5 for the first couple races in points. Now he slipped back to 18th. Pretty far off the lead, 169 points back as well. Him and Bartow tied right now for 18th, 19th. Oh, Barretto's going to get in the wall and lose a position to Troxa likely. They're all chasing the defending champ in the Under Armour Toyota Camry right now. Brandon Nelson in the 18. He's got William Brock chasing him, and Brock isn't really gaining a whole lot of time right now. Let's see how this plays out here across the course of this race. I mean, we've seen guys dominate early portions of races and then find ways to lose them. We'll see what happens here. Bartow in the 27 to the inside of Brock. I mean, these guys keep battling. It's going to allow Nelson. It will allow Nelson to pull away further than he already has. So that is something to keep in mind here. The more these guys battle for second, third, fourth, the more Nelson's going to pull away, and he's now up to a 2-second lead here. Putting his Zachary Fitzwater beating on the field like Fitzy did last season in the season finale. 28 Williams, 34 Brock, 2 teammates, and 2. If you want to talk about a vast end of the spectrum of how to have a year, William Brock has made 10 starts, 4 top 10. I can't remember if it's 4 or 5. I think he's got actually 5 top 10s. He's had a very good year this year. Andrew Williams has not even finished in the top 10 so far this year. We had our first caution of the day, and it was Eric Monaco, Angel Olvera. Oh, that's a tough one there. The now Stealth Motorsport driver and his former sister car. I don't know who. I think there were multiple cars involved there. I don't see another car with damage unless somebody's off the racetrack. Nobody else looks particularly damaged here. Pit stop sequence is underway here at Rockingham for the first time today, so this is going to basically confirm this should be a 2-stop race. I can't imagine. Now, I could see possibly in a vacuum this going to a... I'm not going to... No, we're not going to think about it. If this turns into a 3-stop race, all of hell will break loose. Ooh, some guys struggling to get in the pits there. But got to watch up front. The 18 of Brandon Nelson, currently the leader. Gonna cycle to the pit exit cam here if I can find it, which I can't. And Nelson's gonna retain his lead. Oh, we got some contact on pit road. Oh, Caleb Rose just choked it on pit road. Oh, the second in points, Caleb Rose. Oh, Shane Lake's got a ton of... He's got some left side damage now, too. I don't see any particularly big losers. Bartow might have lost a couple positions, but he'll still be in the top 10. Upton Miller gained a few. That is horrendous damage on the inside of that 24, on the left side of that 24 car. That's going to cost him some time here without a doubt. But, going to take a quick look at the replay here, and we will be back in just a few moments here for the restart here in the Bojangles 400, lap number 18 of 79. Brandon Nelson is your leader here at Rockingham. Watch Angel Olvera in the 42 on the high side, coming out of turn number 2. He's going to hit the wall, and he's going to, just directly straight shot across the racetrack into the 79, Eric Monaco. Only 2 cars involved in this here. Monaco's going to keep it off the wall, is he? Oh, he's going to be... I think he might brush it a little bit. He might have made just a touch of contact. The right side quarter panel of his car actually looks pretty clean on that 79, so he shouldn't be in too much trouble. This 42 may be done for the day, relatively speaking, but the 79 is pretty clean after that. So we'll... we're going to take a look, see how everything cycles out here after the pit stop. Should be Brandon Nelson, the leader. We're going to be right back here after this after a quick break here to bring you the restart here in the Bojangles 400. Took a look after the replay there. Going to restart here. It'll be coming to lap number 20 of 79. Nelson, Brock. You got 3 wins you got 2 career wins, 1 career win, 0 career wins. Noah Clifton actually has one as an owner, so that's something that he can flex that none of the guys in front of him have. David Johnson looking for his first win. Scott Upton has a win. Durrani has a win. Bartow now has a win. Interesting mix of guys with no wins up here. One guy we haven't seen in a while, Josh Williamson in the 99, won in Atlanta, and quite frankly, he's kind of checked out since then. That is absolutely the worst jinx curse I think we have ever implemented in the series history, and I feel terrible right now. Josh Williamson blowing a motor coming to the restart. That is terrible. I'm sorry, Josh, if you're watching this. That's so cruel. Nelson's going to get way high off the corner. Almost put the 18 car in the wall. 34 of Brock, 28 of Williams. Neither was in a position to capitalize. Now, this is where things are going to get really spicy here because obviously all these cars have fresh tires here. And we saw how fast Nelson was able to pull away even once the tires started to fall off a little bit there midway through that run. So let's see if the aggression level is a little bit higher on this restart. Scott Upton's probably going to put the 41 in the wall almost. Still looking for our first lead change of the day, but Brock is giving that 18 all he can handle right now. But, oh, Brock just can't keep it down on the middle low lane like Nelson in the 18 can. Williams in the 28. He's all over his teammate, William Brock in the 34. Noah Clifton's just sitting there waiting for something to happen, possibly between the 2 teammates. Scott Upton in the 41. This is the Stuart Grattan Motorsports. Stuart Grattan's a happy man right now down under. This is exactly what this team was missing all year. The team that dominated the second half of last season with 2 wins and more than almost tripling their point count in the final 10 races last season. Here comes Brock in the 34. He's all over Brandon Nelson in the 18. Oh, they both slid high. See who can get the better run off the corner. I actually think Brock got a little bit better run down the back straightaway that time. Brock's he's sliding it up a little too high with Nelson. He wants to be see where that 28 car, Andrew Williams, was in the corner there. That's where you want to be if you're William Brock, if you're going to get past this 18 of Brandon Nelson. You want to be that just a tick lower so you can launch right onto the front straightaway a little bit better. Oh, he's going to have a little bit of a draft this time around the front straightaway, down the back straightaway, down Thunder Alley here. Nelson's just perfection with his line right now. And Andrew Williams, like we were saying, a little bit lower on the driving line, and it's going to allow him a little bit of an opening in the 28 car. We got a lot of teammates in this top 10. That's both of Perez Family Racing, 6th and 7th. Stuart SG Motorsports is 5th and 1st. And American Motorsports, while I don't know where Logan Williams is right there, 2nd and 3rd. A ton of great team performances so far early on in this race. Gotta wonder if these two are hurt. These 2 American Motorsports teammates, they'll really have been hurting each other throughout this whole race because they keep fighting with each other. But also, I mean, Brock gets to the back of the 18 and he just can't close within 2/10 of them. I don't know if it's the dirty air or if Brock just doesn't have as good a handling a race car as the 18 does, but ew, Nelson goes a little. Nelson actually went wider that time in the corner than William Brock did. Let's see what Brock can do here. The tire fall off here at Rockingham is absolutely incredible. Already these drivers are 2/10 slower than their fastest lap. Here comes Brock in the 34. He's getting even closer now, under 2/10. He's going to be close to under 1/10 this time. Not even a car length separates them. Oh, he just can't drive it in there deep enough like that 18 can, even though the 18 goes a little bit high. Nelson is just able to get that run off so much better than the 34 William Brock can. He opens up just about 100th of it, gained an extra 100th that time by. Top 5 starting to separate themselves from the rest of the field. They're single file here, but they are fighting very hard here as this is getting very close. Williams in the 28. Is he going to finally try and make a move on his teammate, William? Nope, nothing doing there. Now watch this 41 car, Scott Upton. He's moving his way through the field. Scott Upton's had a great start to this race here. Had a great start to the season, but kind of fell off. And he's really looking strong here today. Comes in 17th in points. Oh, here comes Brock in the 34, all over the back of Nelson in the 18, and Brock's going to finally get the opening. Up the hill, Nelson goes. To the bottom, Brock goes. New leader at the stripe, side by side down the front straightaway. It's William Brock in the 34, back out in front. And now this is going to open the door for Andrew Williams in the 28, but Clifton gets a huge send on the outside. Williams in the 28 doesn't have enough car there, it looks like, to be able to get around Brandon Nelson. Now here comes Scott Upton in the 41. Clifton slid high. He's going to go for a 2-for-1 pass here, and Scott Upton in the 41 is going to slide it down to the bottom. He's almost got by Andrew Williams there in the 28. Oh, there he goes. They're side by side battling here, and Scott Upton in the 41 is trying to get by his teammate also in the 18. Nelson's just not leaving him enough room to do that, but he's going to get down clear of the 28, and now he's going to go right to work on the back of the 18 of his teammate. And all that William Brock looking to end his losing streak that dates back to Homestead of last season, opens up a 0.5 of a second gap that time. 0.8 was the gap at the stripe. But now Nelson's clear of the pack there. We'll see if Nelson can settle in. Now this is going to be the interesting part of the race, because we haven't seen Brandon Nelson have to really fight not being out in front of that clean air. So we'll get a good idea for how good Brandon Nelson is in this 18 machine here today. Brock in the 34. Brandon Nelson in the 18. Scott Upton, now 2 of the SG Motorsports cars on the podium. But not for long, as Noah Clifton is going to dive it down to the inside. At 97. Clifton's kind of in one of those guys. He's kind of like Nelson and I would say Bartow as well, where you're just starting to see that little bit extra oomph right now. You're starting to see that little bit extra oomph from them at this point of the season, which is what you want to see if you're some of these guys. Upton goes way wide. He's going to lose 3 positions and almost go into the wall. Closing in on halfway here at the Rock. Upton just lost a ton of time there. I almost wonder if he has an issue on that 41 car. That seemed like a ton of time to lose. Just stuck on that outside. The car's not doing anything right there. Trox on the 53 is up to 8th. Colton Yo, our Phoenix winner, up to 9th. Durrani in 10th. David Johnson's fallen back to 11th. Fitzy's in 12th. Alonzo, Dale Lightning. The Darlington winner, Christopher Alphaby. Igor Barreto having a nice run. And Keegan Thompson in the 69, rocking the Lumen colors for Now Pacific Racing this week. Fantastic looking race car there. Got 2 Honda Hamill Racing Enterprises machines inside the top 20 as well. Race this weekend was actually supposed to be at Richmond, but we had to swap a few things around to make some dates work, and we are now here at the Rockingham Raceway. And William Brock is out in front, what feels like something that he's becoming more accustomed to in this portion of the season. Brandon Nelson second, Australia second and third. Andrew Williams looking to the inside of Noah Clifton, doesn't have enough run yet. Brock is on rails right now, has the 4th fastest lap time of the race. Take a look at the tire degradation. I mean, 27.363. That is almost a second and a half slower than his fastest lap. Nelson's almost 2 seconds slower than his fastest lap. The tire degradation here at Rockingham is just fantastic. Nelson's starting to fall off here. You got to be a little concerned if you're this 18 car. Dominated the opening portion of this race, but this isn't exactly the track that if you lose a bunch of track position, you can just drive back to the front. You know, it's not like Daytona or something. Oh, he's going to send it on the outside around Noah Clifton. Doesn't make it work, because now Clifton's going to get a little bit of a drafting help from Andrew Williams in the 28. And there he goes. Now Noah Clifton up to second. 2.5, probably going to be close to 3 seconds behind William Brock. This 34 car right now is in a whole different zip code from everybody else, ladies and gentlemen. He is absolutely flying here. Oh, they took a few hundreds out that time. Took a few hundreds out. So let's see what Clifton's got. Looking to get NS Racing their 2nd win of the season. Clifton actually comes in here 20th in points, so anything is possible for the Australian. Owned a team last year. They didn't have a whole lot of luck. He hasn't had a whole lot of luck so far this season as a driver, but the past couple of weeks have really been kind to him. Brock's losing some time now. So that's interesting. I mean, the interesting thing to note is when this field separates out and they're more single file and not getting super racy with each other. See Alonso and Alfa be getting by David Johnson. Johnson is just struggling here late in this run. When these guys, second, third, fourth, really just put their heads down and go single file, they can make up some time. They are definitely capable of making up some time here. But William Brock made some time back that time by. Clifton actually looks a little bit slow. Take a look at the back of the field. Shane Lake is way off the pace. Angel Olvera also way off the pace. Angel Olvera's not too far off the pace, but Caleb Rose having another poor day. Here he comes. He's right now 37th. Patrick Smith, Jesse Turner, our Vegas winner. McCrow, Pendergast, Brock Nelson, Arthur Xavier, Bouchard, Reeves. Chasm, who came in here six in points. Interesting thing to note is 61 is Idell, who does come in the points leader and has a lot of guys struggling behind him. Comes in 18th. He's going to have a shot to open his points lead up even more if he can finish where he is, but oh, what is going on here? Is this 10 car David Johnson slow? This is very abnormal to see cars doing this at Rockingham. They're literally nose to bumper here. I don't know what they're doing. It's one of the strangest things I've ever seen at this racetrack. It almost looks like somebody's... David Johnson is 3 seconds slower a lap than his fastest lap time. That is not normal. I don't know what's going on here. I really have no idea. They are slow, though, in that portion of the pack, and it's going to cost them time. Andrew Miller got around Andrew Williams for third. Bartow's going back for fourth on Andrew Williams. Brandon Nelson slid back to 6th, Upton in 7th. I mean, even if they can't get the win, this is still a very good race for these two teammates. In an effort to defend the throne as the best team on the grid, which they by a mile were last season. But it's going to take a long process to get there, to get back to where they were last season, but they've been putting in the work. They've been getting a lot better the past couple weeks. It is showing for this team. But William Brock, 2.5 seconds up on the lead right now. And one can only imagine he's going to open up even more of a gap come pit stop time. Ooh, hello, Arthur Xavier. Let's check the back of the field. Oh, Troxel got a huge run that lap. He's now past Williams and Brandon Nelson. And he's going to look to go around Bartow as well this lap. And Andrew Miller has caught the 97 and Noah Clifton. This could get interesting. Miller in this 51 for Perez Family Racing is just straight flying on wheels right now. Upton is now up to 4th. Troxel's now breaking his way into the top 5. Haven't seen much of Thomas Troxel all season. He actually has one top 5 on this season. That was his win at Auto Club, but running the Mission Win Out colors this week. He's looking... Oh, Clifton just pounded the outside wall off of turn number 2. That's going to cost him dearly there. That is going to cost Clifton a ton of time, I would assume. Gap's probably going to open up to more than 3 seconds this lap. And it's going to be at the stripe. 2.9 seconds is now the gap. So this 34 car is just pulling away. He's going to have some lap traffic. Really, the only lap traffic I'd be concerned about is Shane Lake in the 24. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 48 of 79. 30 laps is the fuel window. Oh, baby. Oh, this is going to be another one. This is going to come down to about a lap or 2 to go, ladies and gentlemen. If they stay green, it's going to be a fuel strategy race to the end of this race. And all these guys pitting right now, I would be a little nervous about crunching those numbers. That's all I'm going to say. Oh boy. It's about showtime here on pit road. Is this the final stop of the race? Is it not? Let's see who can make up some time. Zeidel's going to slow Clifton's entry into pit road up. Oh, this could slow some guys up here. Oh boy. Brock's got to be really careful here in this 34 car. everybody else staying out. So the interesting thing also, too, to note, you got to keep your eye on the 84 of Xavier, the 11 of Smith, the 54 of Sakala. Those are the guys who undercut. We know, like we were saying, the lap times are almost 2-3 seconds slower once your tires wear off. So how big of an impact will these guys undercutting actually have? I guess actually Upton and Troxel are also two guys to watch because they came in a lap before the leaders did. Oh, Brock with a... Uh-oh. Oh, no, not again. William Brock, that was a really long pit stop. Noah Clifton's already out. Brandon Nelson's... Oh, what happened to William Brock? That's such a long pit stop. I have no idea what just went wrong with William Brock in the 34 car, but that was an extremely long pit stop. He lost all of the time he had built up. And he's not going to be the leader when this all cycles out. It's going to be the 41 of Scott Upton. Oh, they're in the wall. Dale Lightning in the wall. Here goes Xavier in the 84. He's passing. Arthur Xavier just jumped about 15 to 20 cars, I think, by pitting about 2 or 3 laps early. But Xavier's not going to have the fuel window to make it to the end of this race. These are your leaders right here. It's Xavier, Scott Upton, Thomas Troxel, Dale Lightning, Andrew Miller, Christopher Alphaby. Polestar Motorsports now has all 3 cars in the top 12 or so. Good Lord, what has happened here? So Xavier came down. He came down about 2 or 3 laps, I think, before the rest of the field did. There's no way Xavier makes the end. That's just such a tough break for Polestar because he came down a lap or 2 earlier than the guys who undercut, the leaders, did. Oh, you love a good pit strategy race. You love a good pit strategy race. This, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere from your seat because this is going to come down to the last couple of laps here. It is going to come down to the last couple of laps here at the Rockingham Raceway. Upton, Xavier, Troxel are your top 3. Dale Lightning, the first time we've seen him in what feels like forever. He's had a very interesting and not particularly great season. Doesn't have a top 10 to his name yet. Andrew Miller is still having a great run. Christopher Alphaby, the past couple weeks have been great to this man. Ever since we got off the West Coast, he is just flying through the season in this number 48 machine. Great runs at Martinsville, great runs at Darlington, obviously, where he won. Oh, Upton, Scotty Upton looking to the inside of Xavier. Not gonna. Oh, there goes Xavier up the hill in the Mercedes, and that opens the door for the 41 of Scott Upton. His teammate Brandon Nelson nowhere to be found, but Scott Upton says, "We're not this team's not losing today. We'll take care of this for you." There goes the 41 of Scott Upton to the lead, and now Xavier's gonna fall into the clutches of Thomas Troxel in the 53 machine. My goodness, what a race here we have going today. Now, obviously, the interesting thing here is, are Xavier's tires starting to fall off? That definitely could be the case. Closing in on 20 laps to go here at Rockingham. We're on lap 56 of 79. Oh my goodness, Xavier just destroyed the outside wall. That is going to nuke the right side of his car. Oh, that Arthur Xavier, there's not a chance he's going to win. You know, Bartow had a lot of damage earlier. That is horrendous compared to Trey Bartow's damage he sustained earlier. We'll see if he can fall back in line, but I can't. Oh, my good. The whole right side of that car is just nuked in. That's a tough one there for Xavier. Was running so well. His best run of the season by far. Best run, it feels like, in the series since, like, Charlotte last season. That was forever ago. Marty Sakala outside the top 10. Just outside. Joe Rutkowski. Polestar Motorsports. The switch got flipped. Went from Stuart Grattan Motorsports and American Motorsports dominating the front, where now it's Polestar Motorsports with the Mercedes boys just stacking the top 11 here. Where even is Brandon Nelson is all the way back in the 18 and 16th position. Zeidel's up to 14th. So that's a great run for him. That 6 car's a lap down. I don't know how he got a lap down, but that 6 car is 1 lap down. Barretto into 02 is 17th. Patrick Smith hasn't really worked out the pit cycle for him. Shane Lake has gotten up to still a lap down, I believe. Yeah, he's a lap down. So is Angel Olvera. An unbelievably bad day for Stealth Motorsports. Fitzy's lost some time. Not a great debut for Pacific Racing. Alexander Rowe and Keegan Thompson. They are right now 24th and 26th. A lot of the big names so far struggling mightily here today. Ooh, Scott Upton. Oh, I thought I heard a slow car there. Ooh, William Brock. Oh, that is just such a shame for Brock in the 34. Destroyed the outside retaining wall there. Caleb Rose is outside the top 25. That's not what you need to do when Justin Zeidel is running up front. It's going to be an interesting race. If this turns into a pit stop melee late in the race and Zeidel can gain even more points, he's going to put some pain on. Oh, Troxel just, I think, hit the outside wall. Ooh. Ah, Troxel in the 53 just nuked the outside retaining wall as well. Tire wear is really starting to play out. I mean, we've already seen Xavier slid back to 8th now, so it's clearly hurt his car a lot. And it's going to hurt Troxel, I would assume, a lot as well. He lost half a second that lap. I can't imagine that car is going to be worth any sort of speed. The guy I'd keep my eye on is this 51 Andrew Miller. He feels like he's just consistent on these long runs. The longer the run goes, you know, he did it on the first run there. The longer the run is, he's just opening up more and more and more and more. Get more time on these guys. So Troxel actually closed in 2/10 that lap. That is interesting to note here. Oh, McCrow's in the wall. Heavy hit in the outside wall for Aiden McCrow in the 70. About 15 laps to go here at the stripe. Scott Upton. Scott Upton in the 41. Tried some strategy here last season. It didn't work out for them. They didn't really need it, though. I mean, they were going to need a lot more than just a strategy call to win the championship last season. 300s off for Troxel that time, so he nuked the right side of that car, but he's still going. Andrew Miller has well and cleared the rest of the pack. So you got Alphabet, Dale Light, and Trey Bartow. Bartow, again, another starting to just put those runs together. He had a nice run at Las Vegas. He had a nice run at Las Vegas, although I don't remember if he got... Oh, he did. I remember he did have a top 10 at Las Vegas, top 5, I think, at Vegas. So he had a nice run at Vegas. Hasn't quite had outside of that. Ooh, did Upton get in the wall? Upton just lost a ton of time. Let's see where the lap times are. He's 2 seconds slower a lap. Troxel's actually only about a second and a half slower a lap than his fastest lap time. Brandon Nelson, fastest lap of the race. Andrew Miller does have the second fastest lap of the race. That 51 machine is very quick. Like we were saying, he's loving these long runs today. You get that 51 car out into some space. And you get that 51 out into some space. He's really doing good here today. But right now, it is all Stuart Grattan Motorsports and Scott Upton, the defending owners, champions. The team that had 2 cars in the top 5 heading into Rockingham last season. They had 2 cars with a shot to win the championship. They did win the Drivers' Championship. And they are 11 laps away from returning back to the top for the first time since South Boston of last season. It's been a very long time for this team, it feels. It's only 20-something races. Not as long as it feels like it's been. For a team that was just tearing up the end of last season, doesn't feel like it's been as... Oh, Arthur Xavier. Uh-oh. Xavier's already down pit road, so this is going to get very interesting. Arthur Xavier... Now, keep in mind, he did have a ton of damage. Oh my God! Oh, we had a yellow. Oh no! Upton hit. Oh, we got a big wreck. Upton is taken out by the slow car, McCrow. Oh no! What happened? They were all trying to come down pit road, and I think they wrecked. And Aiden McCrow stopped in the track, just completely destroyed Scott Upton. Zeidel is destroyed. Caleb Rose. Oh, Dustin Davis, William Brock. That was the huge one, and... Oh, from the lead, he's already, I think, cars phased to the garage. Scott Upton was leading the race and I think was going to win it. He's not now. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. Oh, that hurts so bad. That is a lot of cars torn up. I don't know what just happened here, but that was a very big incident. And that just ruined several cars' days here at Rockingham. We're going to have to take a look at some replays. Oh, Dale Lightning's down pit road. Patrick Smith, Sakala. Oh boy. I don't think this pit stop puts an end to the fuel mileage, folks. Because Sakala and Smith, let's see what Smith does here. We're just going to watch this 11 of Patrick Smith if I can even get cycled to his dang Home Depot Mustang. He's got 4 tires. Watch out for Dale Lightning, Marty Sakala, and Patrick Smith. They just hit. But a terrible big crash here, and our leader, Scott Upton, rams into it at the back end of the wreck, and that puts the 53 of Thomas Troxel back out in front. A quick break here for the replay. We'll be right back for the finish of this race here at the Bojangles 400. So, after looking at a few of the replays here, this turned out to be a pretty massive wreck here that started all the way coming off of turn number 2 on the back straightaway. So Justin Zidell pancakes the outside wall in the 61 machine. He's slow on the racetrack. The 11 of Patrick Smith just straight runs through him. I don't know if Smith just wasn't paying attention, if he just felt like, I'm not going to stop. He spins out Zidell. Smith goes up the hill, makes a touch of contact with Olvera. Now, this is where things are going to get really ugly here. Zidell's going to slide back up the racetrack. Ooh, Equan has him, just goes by. Logan Williams is going to go into the outside retaining wall there. And this is where it's going to get really not too good for Nelson Reeves and Daniel Bouchard. And then everybody piles in. Caleb Rose, Dustin Davis, Brock Nelson, William Brock. Oh, that's a shame for how fast of a car he had earlier in this race. They all get involved in it. And then right over here, Aiden McCrow in the 70. He is about to come piling into here. No, I mean, nowhere really to go. The track is essentially blocked because nobody's taking that high lane. He's going down, and is just going to completely nuke the stop car of Nelson Reeves. Now, surprisingly, for some reason, McCrow doesn't have a whole lot of damage on his car, but he stops in the middle of the racetrack, and Scott Upton nuclear detonates him, and that's going to take our leader out of this race and out of contention to win. Somehow the 84 of Xavier's also going to get in there. Just I don't know. They weren't stopping. I don't know if people just aren't paying attention. A massive wreck here. Big implications on this race as it takes out our leader, Scott Upton. We're going to watch on board here with Scott Upton as the 41, as we're going to see what kind of a view he had for all of this. See, you can see the incident already starting down there. You can't really see the cars too well. You see Zidell on the bottom. You see he's going to slow down. McCrow gets in there. Oh, there's no real reaction time. Oh, what a shot. What a shot for the 41 Upton. And then there's Xavier in the 84. And there goes the field by. And that is how Scott Upton's day in the 41 car ends. Now we're going to watch the roof cam of Dustin Davis in the 77. You can see there also the wreck happening in front of them. Zidell spinning around the racetrack, and then Logan Williams just comes down the hill. Yeah, there just was nowhere to go for these guys there. They really had nothing they could have done about that. They're all going to drive away. Obviously, chaos will more unfold behind them, but tough break there. It just was not anything for those guys. Follow along here in real time one more time on the final cut of this replay here at the 38 of Logan Williams. See, there's the smoke. The caution, I think, was actually already out for Zidell. So all this happens after the caution comes out. Just, that's a tough way to end what was hoping to be promising days for a lot of those drivers. And it all comes down and ends for them late here in the going. Scott Upton obviously taking the most of that. But we'll be right back here for the restart and the finish here in the Bojangles 400. So we're going to come to the restart, lap 74 of 79 after that huge incident that took out some of the big names in the field. Took out a ton of big... William Brock, Justin Zidell, and Caleb Rose all were caught up in that wreck. That is first, second, and fourth in the points. And Dustin Davis is having a terrible day. Igor Barreto in the 02 is in 10th. So if you want to talk about a guy who's about to capitalize on a potential opportunity here, it is Igor Barreto in the 0-2. But Thomas Troxel, he has a win this season. He's looking for his second. But he is going to have to fight hard along this 51, Andrew Miller. Here we go to the restart here with just a handful of laps to go at Rockingham. Miller went straight to the outside. That's going to cost him big time dearly, I think, as Clifton gets to the inside of him down the back straightaway. They go Thunder Alley here. It's going to be 5 laps to go at the stripe. Do they have enough fuel to make it? I don't honestly know if anybody does. That caution might have helped them. Troxel is flying, though. He's out to the lead. 5 laps to go here at Rockingham. Trey Bartow looking. Trey Bartow, a guy we thought early in the race there was no chance he was going to win, and he's in second with just a handful of laps to go, looking to make history and become the first driver in series history to win back-to-back races. It hasn't been done yet. Could it be done today? Troxel washed up the track a little high that time. 7/10 was the gap that time. I just don't know if that damage on that 53 car is too much for him. 4 laps to go. Here comes Bartow. Here comes Miller. The 2 Dodges. Clifton, Colton Yo. Where did he come from? He's in the top 5 now. Oh, is Clifton slow? Is Clifton slowing up this pack? He looks like he might. Is he coming down to pit? They're all single file here. Are they coming down pit road? Or is Clifton just blowing up? I have no idea what just happened in the 97. I think Clifton is slow. Uh-oh. He's braking. I think his car's blowing up or something. Here they go. It's going to be 2 laps to go at the stripe, and Thomas Troxel looking to stretch out another win like he did at Auto Club. This is unbelievable scenes here at the Rockingham Raceway. It looked like it was going to go to SG Motorsports all day, Stuart Cratton's team, but in the end, it's Thomas Troxel back in the Mission Win-Out colors with the lead with just 2 laps to go here at Rockingham. Can they make it on fuel is the big question right now. They're coming down the back straightaway to see the white flag this time by Bartow, Miller. Bartow's got to be ready to pounce if something happens. Oh, here they come off of turn 4. They're all coming back to the stripe. Is anybody diving for pit road? Clifton is still falling like a rock. Marty Sakala pit. He's already in the top 10. What a run there. White flag is out. Thomas Troxel looking for his second win of the season. Here he comes down the back straightaway. Heading into 3 and 4 for the final time, and out of nowhere in his best of fashion, I think he's going to get it, and he's going to. Thomas Troxel wins the Bojangles 400 and gets his second win of the season. Bartow, Miller, Colton Yo, Andrew Williams, Joe Rutkowski, Jed. Oh my goodness, what in the world is Marty doing? Marty's going to come home 9th, McMillan 8th, Rutkowski, Williams, Colton Yo, Andrew Miller. A tough break for some of these guys after dominating all day, but Thomas Troxel is now a 2-time Body Armor Cup Series winner. That is something. That is absolutely something right there. So not our normal outro here, seen here today. I had a few technical issues, but one of the wilder races we've seen here, the heartbreaker for Scott Upton and the late race triumph here for Thomas Troxel, who scores his second win of the season, starting to heat things up in that 53 camp here. Started 25th today. Trey Bartow bounces back after slapping the wall early, just comes short of his becoming the first man to go back-to-back wins in this series. Give him his props. He was the closest we've seen anybody come in this series. Andrew Miller from 27th on the grid comes home in 3rd. What a splendid drive for him. Colton Yo, good top 5 for him. Andrew Williams finally checks that box and gets his first top 5 of the season. Joe Rutkowski, I don't know what to say. I mean, this 44 team, you're going to want to watch out for them later in the season. He's going to move up in the points. He's clearly had since he's gotten into that ride, he has been on fire. If he gets another win or two, maybe he's going to be a real championship threat here down the line. You have the Danny McMillan, another good run after starting 41st to 7th for this man. Hairgel Arvin Alonso goes 30th to 8th. Marty Sakala goes 28th to 9th. Dale Lightning gets a top 10, so checks that box off for him. Some other guys there. I mean, Eric Monaco bounced back after getting involved in an accident. David Johnson, top 20. Both of the Pacific Racing cars in the top 20 in their debut. Nice run there. Fitzy, Barreto, guys who just needed good runs there, getting some decent runs. Brandon Nelson, a tough break for him. He's going to come home 21st after leading 28 laps today. Just didn't have the same car after he lost his track position. Then obviously down here, I mean, this is some big names. William Brock, Caleb Rose. Those are guys high up in the points. I mean, that's Caleb Rose came in second in the points. Justin Zeidel came in leading the points, and William Brock was in 4th. And they finished 32nd, 34th, and 40th. So there's going to be a little bit, we'll have to see how the shakeup goes at the top of the point standings. But that does it here for us from Richmond this weekend. Now, this obviously was supposed to be Rockingham. This was supposed to be the Richmond race. It ended up getting flexed around. So here we are at Rockingham. Next Saturday, we actually are finally going to Richmond for the Food City 400. It's going to be absolutely fantastic racing there at the Richmond Raceway. Just checking off a whole great swing of races here. And then after Richmond, and I could be wrong, so don't quote me on it. After Richmond, we have 2 more races before we take a break. One of them is Pensacola for the Rolex Pensacola Grand Prix, and the other is probably it'll be the most interesting race of the whole spring so far, because we're going to be Talladega Nights for the Live Nation 500 under the lights at Talladega Superspeedway. Lord have mercy. It will be a fantastic race. But that does it here for us today from Rockingham on this wonderful Sunday morning here at 12 noon start time. Congratulations to Thomas Troxel on securing his 2nd career win, and we'll see you guys in Richmond. So long, everybody.